Welcome to the podcast. We have Sylvia here. This is my wonderful sister. You might know her as the sag queen. You know, she's kind of swag and she's kind of saggy. Today we're going to be talking about fashion. We're going to talk about cutting hair.
Ooh.
You know, we're going to be talking about relationships as well.
Oh.
You know, a little bit of maturity.
Mm.
And I think as mature people, I think we should start off with that.
Okay.
Because Sylvia Mata right here. Ooh. One of the most mature people I know. And this is true. This is true. Like, people know her as, my friend Amandeep, actually. The one with the turban. He walked up to me and he said, you know, you and Sylvia act alike. And he said, she always acts like she knows what she's saying. Whoa.
That's crazy because he sits in front of me.
He said it in front of you?
Well,
Oh, he sits in front of you.
yeah. And I don't really talk in that class. But to each their own, I guess.
People say we look alike. People say we act the same. I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, Sylvia's a lot more, what's the word? Stronger.
Better?
And I'm
Better?
a lot.
Better?
And I'm a lot more girly pop, I think. You know?
Girl.
And that's what's going on with me. But I want to talk about relationships, Sylvia, right now.
Okay.
Because recently, right now with me, I've been kind of thinking. My brain's been in kind of middle school mode when it comes to relationships. You know? I've been thinking, okay, I like you. Or talk. Hold up. Let me pause that. Not the right vocabulary right there. Not the right vocabulary. Starting to get a little bubbly. I'm expecting 20 years out of us.
Ooh.
Or at least something. Nowadays, it's rare to even get in a stage, like not talking stage, but what is that stage in between talking and relationship?
Friend?
No, bruh.
Friends?
No, we're talking about you like them and they like you.
A crush. A mutual crush.
Yeah. So those mutual crushes don't work no more. I'm expecting it to be like boom relationship, boom relationship. Never.
See, personally, I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Sylvia's in a thriving relationship. This
Been
is the
in a
thing.
relationship for 2 years.
Wow, I did not know it was 2 years.
Yeah, this month, 2 years.
This month.
On the 8th.
Wow.
Hey, Katie.
I'm kind of preying on your downfall.
Okay.
No, actually, I can't really prey on it because, like, it's almost like I know you and Katie are not gonna randomly one day just not work out.
Exactly.
You know, there is a lot of separation with them because, you know, school and stuff. But, like, I think it's just always fortified over there. You know? Like, that's the type of relationship that I strive to find. And if
Period.
I actually do strive to find a relationship with hers, like hers, I'm never finding somebody. You know? I think she found the one. Not joking.
The trick is you can't wait for things to come to you.
What?
Reverse.
Oh, I was
Undo
worried.
that. You have to wait for things to come to you.
Okay.
You can't look out and look for things. Because Katie came the randomest moment. And it just worked out.
Like a puffer fish coming at you without, you know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And we were friends first. You know, we were kind of friends.
That's
and
what
she
my
was in a
teacher said.
relationship first.
Ooh. Wait, I
But-
just said something that reminded me of something.
Oh.
And I have to expose you right now. And look at the camera so he sees you in the face. You said something about taking somebody's chair, right? Ooh. Ooh. Just to pull you in, just so you know what's going on. Sylvia right here. I have a teacher and I love this teacher more than anything else, right? Let's just call him Mr. Gunther. Let's name him Gunther. You know?
All right.
And this guy, Gunther, he had a chair in his room. It's a very unique chair. And it was supposed to have my name on it. I just realized this. That chair was supposed to have my name on it till the end of time. Engraved.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't know, this is lore before you didn't know, right? that chair, Mr. Gunther, he was like, I'm gonna put your name on this chair.
Listen, he can have the chair back. I just need to find a different chair.
You kind of arts and crafted that chair up and then just took it and gave it to another teacher, he said.
Because I wasn't gonna give it to that teacher originally. I was. I went to him and I said, listen, I need a stool. And I figured out of all teachers, he would have a basic stool. Just like a stool. Like, it could be a metal stool from, like, the graphics rooms. Any stool. And I didn't expect him to give me, like, a whole chair.
Okay.
And I needed the stool permanently, but I didn't really tell him that. So that was my bad.
Wow.
But I'm going to get that chair back to him eventually. I just need to look for another chair to replace where the chair is.
I mean, why do you need the chair?
It's not for me.
Oh.
It's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody could use a box or like a person or. Okay. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
apologize. Sorry, I had to tell you about that.
Sorry.
Because I needed to bring that up.
Sorry.
But yeah, back to it. I feel like all of the scars I got have never been from an enemy. You know what I mean? Like when you talk to somebody and you're mid-conversation with them and then you start like, you realize that like they kind of judge you for a second. When you're talking about something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get that? Or are you kind of too cool for that?
Honestly, I think I'm too cool for that. But I don't think I'm too cool. I just am very cautious of my words. And I did go through that. But I think at some point, I learned to stop and think, which is very hard, I will say.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, actually.
And I also have to think, like, what is this person going to think of me after I say this? So let me slow down.
So there's a statistic or something going around. And I don't know if this is true. And I personally can't believe this is true. But apparently 50 to 25% of people don't have an inner monologue. You know what I mean? Don't have that little chatterbox up in there. That don't make sense to me. I feel like people do. I don't think they just realize they do.
It's probably the people that talk a lot.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be.
Because then whatever they think, they just...
That's what they said. A lady said, or
Yeah.
one of the people who don't got that monologue said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't think in my head. If I try to do it, I say it out loud.
Yeah, those are
Whoa.
yappers. That's what I call a diagnosed yapper. You can't yap for a long time because no matter what it is, it gets uninteresting. You got to make your short and simple.
Mm-hmm.
In order for it to be funny, it's got to be short and simple.
Do you mean like in one phrase?
Not in one phrase, but
What you mean, bro? If this 30-minute video right here, this is just yapping.
Well, yeah, but that's the point of the video.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is a yap session.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a scheduled yap session.
Scheduled with
Some
lighting,
people
with
yap
mics.
Without getting the time to yap.
Okay.
Just randomly yap. Like, I don't want to hear that.
That's true. Some people say, like they see us driving, and they always ask me. First of all, if any of y'all wondering why I don't drive a lot of the time when we're together, I don't want to. Okay? When we go to school together, she drives most of the time. 98% of the time. You know what I mean?
Well, to begin with, you always had a cup of coffee in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you guys, this fucking cup was a liter. And it's a regular, what is it, like, I don't know, what, like a cup? A literal cup. And this shit was filled to the brim and more. So I have to drive. And somehow, by me driving, still cause this mother the coffee.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, that's kind of how it started.
Well, I did stop drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And then I stopped bringing it to the car. So we kind of
Exactly.
adjusted that.
We did. But I think now, like, once you start something, it just kind of continues.
I'm kind of comfortable with it. That's how we're going. But I don't know. I feel like people kind of think that's embarrassing for me. And Miguel told me one day, and I think I told you this. He saw both of our fros. This is when Sylvia had a fro,
When?
Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And they saw us in the back, and they saw the back of our heads, and they saw two afros, and they're trying to predict which one was driving. And I was like, wow.
Discrimination.
These guys, bro. And actually, let me say something real quick. And this is something I've realized, and this is maybe not good. I don't think this is good. But I think 95, I'm comfortable with 95, but maybe 93 of white boys in our school are actively racist, homophobic, transphobic, or just something's wrong with them. You know?
Yeah.
And this is nothing against y'all. Well,
Could be.
it could be a little bit, right? But I think girls right now are not realizing that most of their little boyfriends, you know what I mean? Slip out that N-word a lot. Slip out a lot of F slurs. Slip out a couple R slurs. And this just reminded me of a story I have with you, Sylvia. And this is something I have to thank Sylvia for. I don't know which grade this was. I think this was 7th grade, maybe. Maybe 8th grade.
I don't know what this is.
But this was a time I was immature, you know? And I said the R slur. I dabbled with it a couple times, you know? This is... Sylvia one day heard me catching that word. Kicked me so hard. I didn't... I was scared. You kicked me very aggressively. I don't know where, actually. But I remember it was a powerful punch. And then that word has never slipped out this mouth ever since. Yeah.
Good. I don't remember that. I'm not gonna lie. But I just feel like at the end of the day, know your place. Know your place. Not you. People as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there's a questionable word that could, you know, like if there's just a questionable word,
Okay.
shut the and don't say it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, why do you think? I mean, not you. Not I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
But like,
Some of these people out here.
some of these people, like, if there's something that you know is wrong, or you might think it's slightly wrong, or you've gotten told, hey, yeah, you probably shouldn't say that. Get it out of your vocab.
I think
the
these
end of the
people
day.
kind of like they're like, I don't want to be said what to say,
That's true.
you know? And I understand that, and use the words you want to use.
Freedom of speech.
But if one of those brothers use that terminology, the slur on that certain demographic, then we have a bigger issue.
right, exactly. You know what? I do agree with that.
You know?
I do agree.
But
I
they're
do-
gonna be chilling with their little boyfriends.
That's the thing, yeah. I think anybody says whatever they want in closed doors.
Bro, and you know they have that app now. And I heard these white boyfriend groups, they're a lot more worried now, because now they're catching their friends slipping with that 2-minute app thing,
Ooh,
where it's running, recording every minute on their phone,
good,
and then they go back, boom, caught you saying the N-word.
good, honestly.
You can catch a lot of these boys slipping now.
It's true. Listen, at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say. Like, you really can.
Have fun.
It's just like, I do think freedom of speech, sure. Just the right crowd at the end of the day. Like, it's still wrong, but like, don't do it in front of me.
Yeah.
People that actually care about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just make wise choices.
And let's talk about these types of people real quick. We have the kind of strongly, let's talk about like types of people in our school, like cliques. What are they called? Flavors? Gangs. The gang members of school. You got the kind of, I think Gen Z's kind of in a new realm, but it's always been the same stuff.
yeah.
At the end of the day, there's always the nerds, there's always the jocks, there's always the geeks, there's always the artsies.
But that's like
You
very
know?
stereotypical.
Yeah.
I feel like realistically,
Yeah.
at example, I don't see any of that anymore.
Really?
I feel like honestly that was very much
Wow.
it's kind of like a movie thing. And I
Mm.
think when you're in middle school, you expect it to be like that in high school. I do think there are those variations, like the football guys are very significant.
Right.
The dance girls stay in their realm.
Uh-huh.
They stay in that huddle.
Yeah.
But
It's almost like those football boys and the dance girls always have their own cliques together.
oh yeah, for sure. 'Cause
Like
they're
they always party together.
the issue is because they're huge. Like
Yeah.
they're that group is
Yeah.
literally huge. They're
And their moms know each other, and I've never been able to squeeze in one of those friend groups in my life.
no, and I don't think I want to.
And I don't want to. Yeah.
But
me
like,
neither.
good for you guys. Like, you guys know what you're doing. But
But those white boys seem fun sometimes. You know what I mean?
no, they definitely
They do seem fun. I'm not gonna lie. They're probably pretty fun, but
at occasions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't
the
know
thing
about the dance
them
girls.
is, I mean,
I don't know about the dance girl. Those dance girls are mean, I think. They
I mean,
always talk
some of them
smack
are.
to each
Some
other.
of them are. Some of them are a little rude. But for the most part, at least the ones that I know are very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, back to what you're saying about those cliques you don't think there are. Let me ask you a question. Look in the woods room. Okay. Now look at more of an art classroom. Look at the demographic between those two.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
I
These are
think
obvious.
when I say cliques, I feel like now in high school, there aren't like those popular kids.
You know what it is?
But you know what, though? There was, I think this year, these group of seniors, well, no, the year before group of seniors, were the last true seniors of our grade.
Yeah.
I genuinely think.
Yeah.
All the years before that, like, it was like definitely, it felt like a senior grade.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'm scared of them.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Like, I don't want to be near them. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm a junior, but still, I don't think the freshmen are scared
Dude,
of your grade.
I agree
I wouldn't be scared
100%.
of your grade.
Dude, I'm wondering, like, I'm a senior. I'm trying to figure out the threats. Who am I worried about?
Nobody.
I'm literally walking around with no cares in the world.
You know what, too?
It's
when
nice.
I was in 6th grade, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to be in 8th grade. Because all these people seem so cool. I was in 8th grade. I didn't even realize I was in 8th grade. Because I was like, what? Like, I have nothing to look for.
And now you look at the 8th graders now, and they're just little kids, bro. And they're just a little, like, actually, they're kind of growing. These youngins are looking older. They seem to be, like, their hairs is looking more mature.
There was a 14-year-old, or probably, what are freshmen, 14 and 13? Or 15? Or 13?
Freshmen?
14 and 15.
Yeah.
Or,
14, 13, or no, not 13.
oh, it's not 13.
14, 15, I think. Because
There's
they
a
talk like
freshman.
juniors or sophomores are like driving. So 16.
Oh, that's right. There's a freshman. This man has a whole beard.
That kid? Bro.
This man has a whole beard.
Dude, he's huge too.
He's big.
He's
literally big.
Like
he has a
swole.
whole beard.
He's like 5'8", I think 5'9", just full.
And he looks like a lumberjack.
No. I would say he's more of like a
country guy. He wears cowboy boots.
I would say he's more like an Irish brewer, I would say.
I don't know, but what are they feeding these kids?
Dude, I don't know. That guy is weird. I was shocked. I thought that guy was a senior.
So
That
did
guy's
I.
a senior.
So did I. That's the man I want to be scared of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't relate. Maybe this is not relatable. I feel like a freshman is probably scared of me a little bit.
I mean, maybe.
Actually, not me. I think I'm pretty approachable and kind of nice.
Yeah. I don't think anybody.
Maybe
is scared.
somebody like, honestly, these seniors are whack. Maybe not. Our school is just whack.
Yeah. I wouldn't say the seniors are whack. I think, like, I don't know if it's maybe.
Whack's not
because
the
they
right
know-
word, just
'cause you know what?
unintimidating.
The thing is, I feel like the seniors now didn't really know the seniors last year.
Yes.
The people.
Exactly.
But my grade,
I didn't know any of the
everybody in my grade knows your grade.
Couple. Yes.
And I think everybody below me, none of the sophomores know the juniors, I think. But it's kind of that thing where the juniors know the seniors, but you seniors didn't know the old.
You know what I think?
Seniors.
Maybe in the next wave, when you become a senior, your grade's kind of more. No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The grade below me is low key like. I don't know.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Maybe just a different generation.
Yeah, I truly think just last year's seniors.
Maybe these alphas are gonna have some pretty intimidating seniors. No, they're gonna be lame. They're gonna be all tablet kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's dive into some fashion, and then we'll go into hair. Let me give you blindly rank these 5 fashion or styles of fashion. Okay. Grunge.
What do I feel about it?
Yeah, where would you rank these out of 5? There's 5.
Oh, out of 5. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this at a solid. 3.
It's a lot more aesthetic.
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3.
A lot of people don't like this. A lot of the wood people rooms don't like this type of aesthetic.
Well, I think that's a whole different category of people,
Yeah, true.
and I think they don't really apply in this situation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 3. Wait, 1's the best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with 3.
Okay. Next one up. We have soft aesthetic.
5.
5. Wow.
5.
Are you
I
sure?
think.
Okay, Sylvia, 5's the last one.
Listen. Okay, I'll put it at 4, but
Look
I
at some of
think
these photos.
this is very like
This is
like
okay. I don't know
2019 or not
Right.
2019. No, 2020,
about. Ooh,
maybe
this is- yeah.
21.
Uh-huh.
Like the whole like
Let's get over it.
collared shirt over the sweatshirt, or the crew neck. I think we should be done with that.
Let's move on.
But I do think like there's some people that look clean with it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we have kind of the minimal fits. What do you think about that?
Simple. Okay. I think
know?
this is nice. I think it's very like.
I would say maybe I'm more in this category right here.
Right. I think I'm gonna put this at 2.
Ooh, maybe not.
I'm gonna put this at 2 because it's very like you could do anything in this outfit.
Yeah.
You know, like you could go out on a business trip.
Wow.
I don't know about a business trip, but like
maybe
you could go out for ice cream.
You could definitely go out for some
But
good
you could
ice cream.
also go to like a meeting.
But I feel like it's more of like the ice cream that's kind of like a nice ice cream place.
Right.
You know, like there's like black, maybe you have black cones, or maybe the white, like it's like a black theme. What about, okay, so where are you putting these?
I think I'm gonna put this at, or you know what? I said 2, but I low key think I got 1, 2, and 5 left. I'm gonna do 2. I'll do 2.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like this style for myself.
Yeah.
But I think it's very. Man, I wish I would have put what'd you say, the grunge?
The grunge.
Whatever.
Higher up.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was worried about you there.
I thought there was a little more.
We have country here.
5.
Sylvia, we've already filled up 5.
No, we have not.
We have filled up 5 with soft.
No, I put that at 4.
Look, okay, let's think about it, Sylvia. Look, these.
I'm going to listen. There are people that could pull this off, but it's just I'm bored. I'm just bored because
Look at her.
the end of the day,
look at her.
I don't like this because I just don't like. Listen, I think some people can pull off a nice country
The
fit.
people in the welding rooms, the people in the wood rooms are very mad at you right now, Sylvia.
Listen, I think it's a good fit, but when a girl puts her bra or tucks in her t-shirt to her bra and wears jeans with a thick belt and some cowboy boots, unless you're in the fields with those big visors on that are probably your boyfriend's and a hat on that's also probably your boyfriend's.
The Vipers, that's what they have.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're expensive too.
I'm just not a big fan. I don't know if it's because of the people that wear it that I'm not a big
I
fan.
think that's what it is.
But overall, I don't see like a style here.
No, actually, realistically, I agree. I think it's cultural.
I wouldn't say cultural.
Is white a culture? Let's not talk about that.
Let's not get into that.
We're back to talk about the galaxy people. And you know, a little bit of the footage cut off, but I think we finally were able to settle that these unique people who don't get too many acquaintances, friends, happen to be a kind of combination of things. I'ma go, then you go. You know what I mean? Smelly.
Awkward.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think if they're smelly, they gotta, that's over. And if you're awkward and you're not smelly, then you're still in the package there. You know, if they don't got both of them, they got one of them.
Right.
And that's a shame. And I did talk about somebody smelly in my last podcast. And to be frank, if any of y'all worried that it's you, do not worry, it's not. It might be. I don't think they watch my podcast, so I think it's okay. But let's talk about some hair, Sylvia. You are a barber. You like to fade it up. You cut my hair, you know? Fade is not fresh. I think, how old is this fade? I forgot to brush down the sides. My bad. I'm not giving you the best.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Whoa.
Week and a half.
Week and a half, I think. Look how. I mean, she's still surviving. You know? A lot of people's fades last about a day and a half. You know? And maybe that's because they have a strong hair system. But
Impressive.
Impressive hair system.
Yeah.
And I think, whoa. I have a question, Sylvia. And this is not racist, but I need you to rank ethnicities based on your specific attractiveness to them. And let's be like frank. I know there's like races and ethnicities, but let's kind of like mix them both in, because like Asian is mixed with, like, for example, Chinese plus Indian people, and I feel like both of those are very different. So let's just say like the obvious
See, listen,
racist.
I would, but I'm not going to.
Ooh, you smart, girl. Are you media trained?
No.
Oh.
But I'm in the process of training.
And are you saying this because you're in a relationship, or are you just saying this because you think you're going to get canceled?
Because I'm in a relationship. But overall, I will say, I don't have a preference.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of weird to say.
Okay.
But
you know what?
if I wasn't, let's say I had a dream, because I'm in a relationship, so this isn't real. Let's say I'm in a dream.
In GTA.
And I'm thinking about, like, I'm saying this in the dream. So this is not me saying this IRL. This is in a dream. I just feel like I could date. Ooh. No. I'm trying to just watch my words.
She did say she thought about her words, so she's filling up the script well.
Exactly. Let's see here. I feel like anybody. You know, at the end of the day, it's very stereotypical to say. I think what people sometimes don't recognize. Oh, you can't date based on looks. Yes, you can.
Yes,
at the end of the day,
love is blind.
You look at people and you think, oh, they're attractive. I want to get to know them. You don't look at somebody you don't find attractive and think, typically, I want to get to know them. You know, you don't look at somebody that you're not physically attracted to and you say, oh, wow, I want to get to know them so I could, maybe this could be a relationship. You have to be physically attracted to a person in order to continue.
Yeah.
So looks do matter.
I think
at the end of the day.
That Love is Blind show on Netflix? I popped a season in there once. And I saw one moment where, they introduced themselves at the end. Mm-hmm. And one of them said, oops, my bad. From seeing their little acquaintance. Looks matter. Looks do matter. And I realize it's kind of hard to be friends with somebody when you're attracted to them. And they're attracted to you. Like it's hard to keep it platonic. You know what I mean? It
is, but I think it's about like maturity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a difference between being attracted to somebody and just finding somebody attractive.
Let me give you a would you rather real quick. Okay? Would you rather have somebody that understands you 100% like emotionally, but they don't make you really laugh? You know what I mean? Or somebody who makes you like really laugh a lot, but they don't understand you emotionally. Like you don't have as much of a good time with somebody who's like the emotional one. I
think get somebody that can make you laugh, because at the end of the day,
but they don't understand you emotionally.
I think at some point, people that understand others people 100%, it's like you can predict their every move.
Yeah, and that's somebody you like kind of marry. Exactly,
but also to an extent, you still want to be able to like communicate your emotions without them already knowing.
But you can't do that with a person who's kind of fun.
But at the end of the day, in relationships, you have to change. Whether people say it or not. Oh, I shouldn't have to change for you. Yes, because if you want a relationship to work out, everybody in the party has to change for each other.
You're spitting facts.
I am. At the end of the day.
You know what's in my brain? And a lot of people, apparently 50% don't have this. But those like shapes that kind of come together and waddle to each other. And they start like grinding each other's parts so they fit well. That's right, yeah. Like Katie and I had to change a lot. I think even if you don't realize it, but it's like things you say. If you have a problem with something in the relationship, you talk about those things and you expect the other person to change. And you can't be stubborn and say, I shouldn't have to change the way that I am for you. But you should exactly be doing that, because if you want it to work out, be different. Do you find that usually like how many months or years for your case into the relationship where you find out you have to kind of like compromise actions you do?
I feel like it's once you kind of realize that. I think a lot of people, at least at our school, a lot of people date and it's kind of like phases where they date for 3 months. Oh, then they break up. And then it's dating another person a few months later for 6 months. Then they break up. I think in that situation, they don't have the mindset of, wow, I want to really date this person.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, oh, it's just like date.
You literally just like explained who, like me,
I feel like you have to change your mindset.
I think I usually don't go into it like, oh yeah, I'm here for marriage. Or I think I didn't start off like that. I think I'm kind of leaning in trying to find somebody, or at least if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I expect it to be very long term.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think mine always been like short, 6 months, 8 months.
Right.
Is 8 months short, you think?
I think for our school, no.
Okay.
For our
I would say
surrounding people.
I haven't been in a long-term relationship though, I'd say. I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I think when you hit a year and a half, 2 year mark, that's when there's a lot of like everything is so boring. Or not boring, it's just like life is life. This person is just like a fragment of your life and is like, you know what I mean? Like there's not anything like exciting or at least new when you're in a long-term relationship,
I'm gonna disagree.
Really?
I think unless you feel that way if you're not with the right person. I think.
Well,
because like Katie and I, for example.
You don't feel like the honeymoon phase still, though.
Well,
you know
the
what I
thing
mean?
is, realistically,
that's what I'm trying to say.
I feel like at the beginning of a relationship, things are sometimes stronger, just like because it's a little bit more exciting.
Mystery.
But again, it's all about what you make it. Like, if you think you're not finding that excitement anymore, you have to go things that you guys find exciting again. Like, it's doing things that keep your relationship at its peak.
You know what? And I have to say something, and let me bleep their name so you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's been going on a lot is like I think I obsess over this person a lot, or not, maybe not that word, not as much as I used to, but I still like this person because I think a lot of the time, like, I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like, I know 10% of this person, and this 90% of this person I think I know is just all like what I made up in my head. And what I made up in my head is like so like a perfect version of this person.
I think
and it's unrealistic.
Those people,
I
think those people are one of the easiest people to physically be attracted to.
Yeah.
Not physically like looking like attracted, but just overall be attracted to, because you like the sense that you don't really know much about them, but it's also to a fault, because you don't want to. That reminds me of one of the friends I had that I would constantly say things and talk to my life about them, but they never said anything about theirs. So it kind of gives that aspect of like, do I really know this person? And why aren't they comfortable telling me these things? Or like really getting to know the person, I think is very important. And if they're not letting you get to know them, I think that's an issue in its own.
Yeah. But I think for my case, it's not like I have been able to really get into like a conversational, like intimate conversation with them, like about ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I think it has to do with maturity then.
Yeah. And I think like at this point or at this age, when you're talking to somebody and like you don't know if they like you or not, I think they show obvious signs if they actually do want something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's that rocket science. Like, if you have a hunch that, or like you feel like you're unaware that's like somebody likes you, I think if it'd be obvious, like they'd show it. You know what I mean?
I think, but sometimes people have a hard time like reading social cues. Because like me, for example, I struggle with not being able to say no to people, and that comes with other things. Where if somebody like finds me attractive or something, and sometimes I don't lead it on, obviously, but it's hard for me to just be like, bah!
Yeah.
You know, like obviously I will always admit that I have a girlfriend. I'm always telling people. Yeah. Always telling people that. Everybody knows about Katie.
Yeah.
But it's still something where like, you know, if you ask me to hang out, I'm going to make up excuses.
Mm-hmm. And you're not going to tell you straight no because I have a girlfriend.
Exactly. I will say I have a girlfriend, but I'm not going to be like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, sorry, can't, I'm busy.
Yeah.
And make up something. Oh, but I think, you know, people have a hard time reading social cues, which I think it's to a certain extent, like you should get the hint by now, but some people don't.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
Gosh. Man, that's really tough. Because I think when you're friends with somebody so long and you've liked that person while still being friends with them, let's say like you're friends with somebody you like, let's say you're not in a relationship, right? 2 years. And there's still like no progression and like intimacy at all, then you should settle in knowing that they don't want you. I think that's kind of what I think. or what I'm trying to accept, kind of. Do you think that's what I should believe in? Or do you think I still got a shot? Or
I think when it comes to that, clearly there's no like moving forward in their relationship for a reason.
Yeah.
Trying to move forward. So I think you just have to let it go. You know, not let it go, but just let things be and not try to move forward, because just let it happen naturally.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those people that are friends for 5 years and then they end up getting together.
Those are the best type of relationships.
Exactly. So I think
Friends.
you just need to ease into things, and if it works out, it works out.
Yeah.
But if you guys just stay friends, just friends.
Because I realized they kind of showed the most attention the second I stopped caring, you know, or I started talking to somebody else. They kind of gravitated more. Anyways, I think thank you so much for your presence. You know,
Of course.
I think a lot of people think you're cool, but let me tell you right now, she falls asleep to TV or she falls asleep to YouTube. Sometimes medical videos.
What does that mean?
Okay, so she's not cool. All right, all you people thinking she's cool, she's not cool.
At the end of the day, I'm not cool.
Yeah.
I just mind my business.
And we just talked about it. You just, you know, fill in the spaces that you don't know about them and think they're like, you know, the coolest person ever. But in reality, your brain made it up. And it's actually not as good as you think.
Whoa. Once you get to know somebody, you start to lose that wow.
Yeah, bro.
Realistically, if
Like,
people
so...
like, there are people that like I know, like they kind of think I'm like I'm cool. Like they have told me that.
Yeah.
As soon as we have a conversation, that thought goes out your head.
Bro, I love meeting
like,
people for the first time.
Because fuck, like you look at me and you're like, oh, she seems kind of cool. We talk. Oh my, this bitch is a normal.
Never mind.
Sorry.
That's why people like love celebrities so much. You know, like gosh, oh my god, they're so perfect.
You
Bro.
get to know them. They're literally
Just every other person.
Just another guy.
Gosh, man.
Another day, another dollar.
I just love meeting people because like they just don't know anything about me. And so I could just start lying straight to their face and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But like, I don't know.
Hypothetically,
I could tell you some cap shit. I think we're done.
We're done.
I think we're gonna end off with a lift up, like a Thor and then a slam with the mic. You got that?
No.
Just like, you know? Oh, wait, I have to do my outro. Sylvia, why didn't you remind me? Guys, please subscribe. Please like and please subscribe. Like, my gosh, I'm trying to give you quality content. Let's get to 400 followers on TikTok. I don't.
You know, I actually have almost 8,000 followers on TikTok.
Help me out, bruh.
Rest in peace to my TikTok
Like,
community.
Are you gonna like plug me or anything on there?
Fuck no. I'm done. I'm done with my views. My days are over.
But like you could repost. Like this would help for the pot.
No. My days are over.
All right. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to grind for it.
You work for what you want.
Anyways, thank you guys so much. Say sorry to Mr.
Sorry, Mr. Gunther.
Mr. Gunther. Oh, freaking. Anyways, let's do it. No. Try again.